Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. They are available to download in either US letter or A4, and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. And now we're going to make a start of the Grade 3 2014 past paper booklet, starting with paper A. So if you turn with me to page 2, and we'll make a start of this. And as I always say, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's really important that you have a go of these on your own first of all. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. If you're always working in pencil, then you can just rub out any mistakes and you'll learn more thoroughly from those mistakes. I use a mechanical pencil just so it stays nice and sharp and everything stays neat and tidy. So I'm hoping you've had a go of this yourself, and now we'll have a look at question 1 together. So question 1 asks us to add a time signatures to each of these 5 melodies. So we've got 5 separate melodies, and we're going to have 5 separate time signatures, so don't just presume that they run on to the next one. When it says etc at the end, that means that this last bar isn't complete. This one here with double bar line shows that even this last bar is complete, so you can just scan through and find the easiest bar to help you in each case, but not this last one when it says etc. So then here, this first one, I think the first bar helps us straight away, and we can tell that we're in compound time. We're counting in groups of 3. That's evident straight away. So we're counting in quaver beats here, and we can just either count how many quaver beats: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know our time signature is 9/8. Oh, that went very wonky. Shall I do that again? I don't quite know. Get my pencils, leads twisted. There we go. So then, and also we know that 9/8 is compound time and it's compound triple. We've got one group of 3 there, one group of 3 there, one group of 3 there. So you can see the groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or alternatively we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm counting in quaver beats, so 1.5 quaver beats, 1.5 eighth notes. So there we go. And that carries on, and we can double check that each bar. Let's look at the next one. So this next one, if we glance through, I think this is the easiest bar to help us. And we can see also that we're counting in simple time. Everything's grouped into 2s. And this bar tells us pretty easily straight away that we're counting in 4/4, 4 crotchet beats, 4 quarter notes. I guess alternatively you could think 2/2. That mathematically works out the same. And so the alternatives could also include the symbol for common time, 4/4, 4 crotchet beats, or split common time, the ABRSM 2/2. So let's just double check the maths for that. We can see we've got 1 crotchet beat here, 2, 3, 4. If you're not sure of your maths here, I find it easier to just visualize that. So we'll divide it into quarters. So we've got a half a beat here, counting in crochet beats, so there's half a beat. The dot after that is half as much again. That's not visually very accurate, but there we go. And then if we divide those 2 quarters into eighths, that shows us there. So we can see we've got 1 beat there, a half and 2 quarters, a half, and 2 quarters gives us a beat, and 2 halves, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you can see to glance 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this last bar isn't complete. So there we go, next one. So looking at this next one, I think this is the bar that tells us quickly and easily what we're counting in, and we can see that we're counting in minim beats or half notes. Our bottom number is 2, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 minim beats, 4 half notes per bar, 4 over 2. We can double check that, 1, 2, 3, and then the dot plus this one gives us another minim beat, another half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our obvious 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then the dot with this next note here gives us another one, 4. There we go, that's that one. Let's move on to the next question. So glancing through, this bar here tells us quickly and easily what the answer is, and we can see that we're counting in simple time. We're counting in groups of 2, and so we can see that we are counting in crotchet beats. We've got 3 crotchet beats, 3 quarter notes per bar. Let's double check that. 1, 2, dot is a half plus a quaver is a half, that's 3. Don't forget the rest, quaver note, quaver rest gives us 1 beat. 1, 2 plus a half and a half, 3. 1, 2 halves gives us another one, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go, that's 3 over 4. Now it wouldn't be accurate to say 6 over 8, although mathematically that works out at the same sort of maths wise. That wouldn't be correct because 6 over 8 is compound time where everything's grouped in 3s, and so it has to be 3 over 4 here. Let's look at this last one, and this first bar tells us straight away, easy peasy, 2 over 4. We couldn't be counting in minim beats or half notes because that would give us just 1 beat per bar. I guess you could say 4 over 8, mathematically that would work out the same. And so we can see we've got a half a beat and a half a beat. Those two give us 1 crotchet, 1 quarter note, and there's another one. Don't be put off by these triplet signs. Remember 3 in the time of 2 just equals that. So there's 1 crochet beat, 2 crochet beats. Here we have 3 quarters of a crochet beat and a quarter. If you're not sure of your maths, just visualize that. We have a half a beat here. The dot gives us half as much again, and then there's a quarter of a beat here, so that gives us 1 full crochet beat, 1 quarter note, so 1 beat, 2 beats, 1 beat, 2 beats, divided equally into halves, 1 beat, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, so 2 over 4, that one's not too difficult to spot. So that's the answer to question 1. Now looking ahead at question 2, we'll just scrap this one. No need to do this one at all because from 2018 onwards we're no longer required to complete a 4-bar rhythm. That no longer forms part of the newly revised exam paper layout, and so we can just skip that and move on. However, that doesn't change the fact that these older exam papers are still a really fab revision resource. It just means we can skip that question. So let's move on now to question 3, where we're asked to transpose this melody up an octave. So we've got to change the pitch by an octave, and we've also got to change the clef as well. Now in order to not get too confused which way we're going and get too many octaves out or something like that, keep middle C as your reference point. So here's middle C, top of the bass clef, bottom of the treble clef, and we can see that at the moment we're on the B below middle C. So for this to be transposed up an octave, we want the B above middle C, which would take us to here. So we've jumped the octave and changed clef, and we know that we've got the correct pitch now. And so now we just follow everything in relationship to the notes. So we can see we're coming down in step. So there's the B, down a step, A, down a step, G. Same note. Now I'm not bothering with the stems yet, let's just concentrate on one thing at a time. So let's just get these blobs in the right place first of all. Down a step. Now we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which takes us to C. And here is middle C, so we should be 1 octave above middle C, which we are. So that's a little double check point there. Same note, it will be tied, but we'll worry about that afterwards when we know which way the stems are going. Down in step, back up in step, and just to double check, we should be back where we started, and we are, so that will just make sure we've not gone wrong somewhere. Down in step, sharpen it, back up a step. So now we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, counting that note. 1, 2, 3, 4 takes us to the D. Down a step. Now we're on middle C, which is an octave higher than the note we're given, so that's correct. Down a step, so we'll have to just go below that ledger line. Back up a step, takes us to the middle C. Up a step. Now here we're going to go down 1, 3, 5. So 1, so we're going to need lots of ledger lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just a shame we jump line there, it makes it a bit trickier. So we're on the G below middle C, there, using ledger lines, so that's correct. So now up a third, up another third, no ledger line needed now, and then we're finishing on the G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So that's all the thinking done. Now we've just got to decide which way the stems go. So remember, anything below the middle line, the stems have to point upwards. So this one can just go either way, so we'll keep that pointing upwards. Use a ruler, keep it neat and tidy. Stems still pointing upwards here. Now we've gone above the middle line, so the stems have to come down. So we know now where to put that tie over the top. So these can come down. Now this one must go down. This one can go either way. This one really should go up, but I'm just going to keep it pointing down to fit in with this group. We could have gone either way there really, but it fits better with that tie to have them coming down. So now we'll flip the stems because these need to have the stems going up, so this one can accommodate that. So stems still pointing upwards. There we go. Oh, there we go. I think I'll stick to using a ruler there. Nearly. And there we are. So I think that addresses that question completely. There we go. That's that question complete. We'll look at the next question in the next video. I do hope this is helpful to you. I hope it's helping you with your studies. I hope also that you're enjoying it. I certainly am enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really great. And please do subscribe to my channel. There's lots more to come. Please also do visit sharonbale.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.